In the vast history of ancient India, over 5,000 years ago, a profound connection with nature shaped every aspect of life. Here, amidst the diverse landscapes and rich traditions, people lived in harmony with the natural world. This is where the seeds of Ayurveda, the ancient science of life and longevity, were sown, leading to a legacy that continues to thrive today. Chapter 1: Life in Ancient India. In this era, nature was both the provider and protector, offering everything necessary for survival. The people of the Indian subcontinent relied on the bounty of the earth, consuming fruits, vegetables, and leaves that grew wild in their surroundings. For sustenance, they gathered what was available, each region with its unique offerings shaped by climate and terrain. While some foods were eaten raw, others required ingenious methods of preparation. People learned to harness the elements, washing, boiling, and mixing to create nourishing meals. This simple yet profound relationship with nature fostered a deep respect for the environment and its endless capacity to sustain life. Chapter 2: The Emergence of Disease and Healing. Yet, life was not without its challenges. As communities expanded, so did the complexities of health. The emergence of diseases, some infectious, others communicable or due to allergies, posed significant threats. In these times of trial, human ingenuity and nature's resources combined to bring healing. While some succumbed to illness, many more were healed, reinforcing the belief that nature itself held the cure for every ailment. This reliance on nature's pharmacy laid the foundation for a profound understanding of health and wellness. Chapter 3: The Wisdom of Panchamahabhuta. Among the wise, a realization dawned: humans are a microcosm of the universe, a reflection of the cosmic order. Some of the intellectual thinkers accepted that humans are a part of nature and observed that whatever is present in the universe in the form of Panchamahabhuta are the same in our body but in different forms. Like Prithvi, earth, with bones, Jala, water, with blood, Teja, fire, with digestive fire, Vayu, air, with breathing, and Akasha, space, with all empty spaces in the body. This observation was later famously termed as Lokapurushasamya Siddhanta. It is famously told as Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. This profound connection between the individual and the universe became the cornerstone of Ayurveda philosophy, guiding the way people understood health, illness, and healing. Chapter 4: The Foundation of Ayurveda Healing. With this understanding, Ayurveda emerged as a comprehensive system of healing. This principle might have initiated a thought process that whenever the body is ill, we can get the curing agents from nature by applying this Panchamahabhuta and Lokapurushasamya Vada. Hence, whenever the body is deprived of some Mahabhuta in the body, the same was given from external nature. Like a person suffering from diarrhea is given a good amount of water to replenish. Similarly, if there is some excess Mahabhuta in the body, measures were taken to give drugs which have opposite properties. This principle is known as Samanya Vishesha Siddhanta of Ayurveda, which forms the fundamental treatment principle of Ayurveda. The initial thought process during the development of these processes can be seen by the word called Brahma. Chapter 5: The Documentation of Ayurveda Knowledge. In these sacred spaces of learning, the wisdom of Ayurveda was passed down through generations. Initially, this knowledge was shared orally, through rigorous study and memorization. Sages like Agnivesha, under the guidance of Maharshi Atreya, began the monumental task of documenting this vast knowledge into treatises. Among these texts, the Agnivesha Tantra and other significant works emerged, capturing the essence of Ayurveda wisdom. Similarly, sage Sushruta, under the tutelage of Dhanvantari Maharshi, documented the Sushruta Sanghita, a cornerstone of surgical knowledge in Ayurveda. Chapter 6: Challenges in Preserving Knowledge. The journey of Ayurveda was fraught with challenges. Natural calamities like floods and fires claimed many ancient manuscripts. Invasions and wars led to the destruction of libraries and temples, further threatening this precious knowledge. Internal battles among kingdoms and the intentional burning of our heritage resulted in the loss of invaluable scientific insights. Amidst these challenges, dedicated scholars and rulers worked tirelessly to preserve what they could. The resilience of a few great ancestors ensured that some of this ancient wisdom survived, safeguarding the legacy of Ayurveda for future generations. Chapter 7: The Evolution of Charka Samhita. When the Agnivesha Tantra reached the hands of Acharya Charka, it underwent changes and some parts may have been missing. This version was redacted and came to be known as the Charka Samhita. Due to the changes and missing parts, it did not maintain its original form. Later, Acharya Dridhabla completed the missing parts of the Charka Samhita, and this version is what we have today. It is believed to be around the 4th century CE but could be much earlier. Visionary kings of India, under their reign, made multiple copies of the Charka Samhita with the help of scribes. In the 20th century, Acharya Yadvaji Trikmaji Acharya took on the monumental task of editing and publishing the Charka Samhita with the help of all available manuscripts. This collective effort of authors, redactors, commentators, scribes, kings, the public, and Ayurveda practitioners ensured that the legacy of Ayurveda Samhita was preserved and promoted. Chapter 8: Who is Acharya Charka? Acharya Charka is often regarded as a seminal figure in Ayurveda, yet there is some debate about whether Charka represents a single person or a collective group of scholars. The name, Charka, itself suggests someone who moves from place to place, indicating that it may denote a tradition or school of thought rather than an individual. According to some interpretations, Charka refers to a lineage of authentic Ayurveda scholars who contributed to the development of Ayurveda knowledge. This school of thought is believed to have been established under the guidance of the great sage Maharshi Atreya. The Charka Samhita, the seminal text attributed to Charka, encapsulates this extensive body of wisdom, integrating teachings on medicine, therapeutics, and holistic health. This approach reflects a rich tradition of knowledge passed down through generations, shaping the practice of Ayurveda and influencing its evolution over time. Chapter 9: The Legacy of Charka Samhita. Through the efforts of visionary rulers and dedicated scholars, the Charka Samhita has survived the test of time. Acharya Charka, one of Ayurveda's most revered physicians, is assumed to have been born on the 5th day of Shukla Paksh in the holy month of Shravana. This auspicious day is celebrated as Charka Jayanti by scholars of Ayurveda. In the 20th century, Acharya Yadvaji Trikmaji Acharya took on the huge task of editing and publishing the Charka Samhita with the help of all available manuscripts. The Charka Samhita represents centuries of collective wisdom and is considered one of Ayurveda's greatest legacies. Today, Ayurveda continues to inspire holistic health practices, guiding people worldwide to embrace natural healing and balanced living. Chapter 10: Celebration of Charka Jayanti. On the 5th day of Shukla Paksh in the month of Shravana, we celebrate Charka Jayanti, honoring Acharya Charka, one of Ayurveda's most revered physicians. His contributions continue to resonate, reminding us of the profound wisdom and enduring legacy of Ayurveda. As we celebrate this day, let us honor the principles of Ayurveda, nurturing our health and spirit in harmony with the natural world.